Wanted to know if he was around me and how I could tell.
No, because he's back in.
Oh, really?
So this does not happen. You never have to worry about this when going to a medium. And there's a couple different reasons for this. So one, I do believe that reincarnation does happen in some way. Although every time I've asked my spirit team about it, the message or the reply that I've always gotten is yes, but not in the way that you think. And I have a couple different theories about what that means. So I tend to believe that reincarnation is not the norm. It is the exception, but that's just my personal belief. However, one theory that I have is that oftentimes you'll hear these ideas of group souls, and that when we come into the physical for the first time, our individual consciousness comes from this group soul. And I guess one way of thinking about it is that there are many different souls who are individuals, complete individuals, but they share sort of a larger overarching consciousness. And that each person who's part of that group soul experiences a lifetime and sort of adds wisdom, knowledge, and experience into that collective mind, that group collective mind. And so oftentimes what we think of as past lives are often other experiences of other individuals who we share that higher sort of oversoul with, but yet we are still individuals ourselves who have had our own unique experience. So that is one way that it may possibly be. But the other thing is, even if reincarnation is sort of this linear way in which we view it, I do not believe, this is just my personal belief, but I do not believe that it happens quickly, and I do not believe that anybody would come in to the physical world unless there was no one left on the physical side of life who remembered them or cared about them. You know, we talk a lot about group souls in the sense of like kindred spirits, family members, friends, people that we have karmic connections to, soul family, I guess is another way of looking at it. And I tend to think that we often cycle through lifetimes together if indeed we do have multiple lifetimes. And so I feel as if before anyone would incarnate, that anyone left on the planet who experienced them, loved them, remembered them, was still here, that we wouldn't move into another physical incarnation. We almost like wait until everybody is back over on that side, and then we can start that whole process again. And so if we're looking at reincarnation through that context, you could generally say there's probably at least a minimum of 100 years between incarnations. So, I mean, think about it. If you crossed over and the one person that you wanted so desperately to see wasn't there because they had reincarnated, how could that be heaven? So I don't believe that you ever have to worry about this. And there's also sort of the multi-soul perspective that pieces or parts of our consciousness can incarnate while a broader part of us stays on the other side. And so we can sort of be here and there simultaneously. And maybe that's true, maybe not. I don't necessarily vibe with that particular explanation as much. I tend to lean more towards the group soul experience of things. But you never have to worry about your loved ones not being able to connect or communicate.